Aloha kakayaka. Thank you for the opportunity to testify. So I own a condo at the Lahaina Roads complex, which is on Front Street. And it's closed right now because it's part of the zone. And the mayor, I think, rather arbitrarily decided that he would waive real estate taxes for those folks whose building is completely destroyed. Ours is not. It's standing, but we don't know the viability of it. It's concrete. It was subjected to a lot of heat. It could have cracks. We don't have any public, access. There's no power. There's no sewer. There's no water. And we don't know when we will get it. It's maybe for sure a year, maybe 2 years out before we can get access to our place. And then we have to run tests for the viability of the building. So I think the decision to waive real estate taxes only for those buildings that are completely destroyed is awfully arbitrary, because really there's no working difference between I'm sorry, I have another between the building, my building, and the building next door that is flattened. I mean, sure, the startup time is going to be a huge difference, but right now, for this year and maybe even next year, there's no basic difference. So I would just plead with you guys to have the mayor just include everything in the burn zone. I mean, we're already making a lot of differentiations, like a gal I know who's a housekeeper. Her house didn't burn down, but she has no business basically anymore, because she had a bunch of private homes on Baby Beach and Ainalu, and they're all gone. So she has no business, and who knows for how long. It's not just like, anyway, I'm kind of off track, but I think we ought to be very careful about setting up boundaries of you're this, you're that, you're that. Not to take away from the huge loss that everybody suffered. I mean, I have so many friends. I've lived in Lahaina 22 years. So I know so many people that completely lost their home, that barely got out alive, that did not get out alive. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of loss there. But to set up some arbitrary boundaries about, well, your building's still standing, so you're okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. We need help. Our AOAO decided to still charge the full, is that my 3 minutes? To still charge our full maintenance fee, which is ridiculous. The other thing I would like to say is, when you start looking at rolling out, please think about rolling out zones rather than making sure everything's okay first, because then that way at least some people can get started.
Okay.
Thank you.
One second. Oh. Member Cook, followed by Member Kama for any clarifying questions.
Sure.
Thank you for coming and taking the time to come and give testimony and share that. So my clarifying question is, during this time of reflecting how this is going to be addressed, you're requesting that it be part of the review, be the impact of all the different residencies, whether they're totally destroyed or not. And what I hear you saying is, if it's not functional and you can't use it, then
it might as well be.
It might as well qualify for that. Would you agree that basically within the time frame of it not being used, like some measurable? I'm just saying, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. Thank you.
What was your question?
My question was, if it's not usable for 9 months, the tax break would be linked to the time where it's not usable, but when it is actually occupied again.
Yeah, that's fair. I just want it to be fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair right now. It's completely not fair right now.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Member Kama.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for being here, Jan. So my question is similar to Member Cook's, but I have that answer. But my second question is, you mentioned the AOA fees that you still have to pay, although you're not even there. So is there something that you think that we could do regarding that?
No, I'm just saying the financial burden is huge right now on everybody.
Therefore, the waiver for you folks would be a great
Very
help.
important.
Okay,
Yes.
I got that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chair.
You're welcome. Member Paulton.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for coming today and for your testimony. Just to clarify, was that your primary residence?
It is not my primary residence.
So you have a place to
It's
stay.
an investment property, yeah.
And
Yeah.
you
I
have a
moved
place
to
to stay.
Wai'ehu in May, so
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like,
All right, thank you.
sure. All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you. Staff, next testifier, please.